Welcome to Creamer Media's Resources Watch, a weekly video roundup of the events and people making and shaping the news in the mining industry. This week, Murray & Roberts continues raise boring activities in Africa. CSIR working on multitude of new technology and world-class capabilities. And the Mandela Mining Precinct is focusing on rebuilding mineral extraction industry. Murray & Roberts mining platform is fast putting the economic effects of the COVID-19 pandemic behind it, with its order book now recovered to pre-pandemic levels.
So our raise boring division is very active in sub-Saharan Africa, but the mining projects, a project by definition has a beginning and an end. So our mining projects in Zambia and in Namibia came to ends and there weren't extensions. So we're ever looking for the mining projects in Africa. We do expect there to be quite onerous requirements to partner up with local elements, but we're ready for that, and we will, as the projects come, we will look at that. But our raise boring is very active in all those countries, and I expect will continue to be so.
The Council for Scientific and Industrial Research's mining cluster is working on a multitude of new technologies and is developing world-class capabilities in various areas.
We have recently just revamped our strategy, which is the CSIR for mining strategy. With this, we've been very mindful of what type of solutions do we bring to the industry. So our strategy is basically focused on 3 pillars. The first one being mine digitization and automation, which talks to, since people are working remotely, and companies are looking at remote operations, we are then focused on how do we firstly have underlining a security systems that talks to cybersecurity, and ensuring that the cybersecurity to work remotely, and digitization of the mining value chain, but in an integrative format. The second pillar is around physical mining extraction, where we're looking at how do we environmentally be able to extract minerals, but also the longevity of those minerals. And that's where we're incorporating, for instance, circular economy as part of the second pillar. And the third pillar really talks about energy and decarbonization, and that's where we're looking at optimum application of energy, including the application of battery or fuel cells with mining vehicles and other mining requirements.
The Mandela Mining Precinct focuses on, among others, facilitating the rebuilding of the mineral extraction industry, as well as research, development and innovation within South Africa.
Our emphasis going forward is really to say, go beyond the research. So our focus also lately is more on the latter parts, as we call it, the TRL levels, technology readiness levels, closer to application and the development of implementable solutions for industry. So that will continue going forward, getting a lot of attention to focus on real industry needs and to make sure that they are implementable and that they get transferred to industry. Then also in general, our information, the dissemination of that information to our stakeholders and industry in the broadest terms is very important. The operationalization of our underground testing facility will receive a lot of attention. And then we have a few strategic projects, such as collision prevention systems, that we do also with the CSIR, in collaboration with the CSIR and the Minerals Council of South Africa. And then also the development of a national mining R&D capacity and capability study that we are now in the second phase. So I maybe should also just mention that the Mandela Mining Precinct is funded by the industry as well as by government through the Department of Science and Innovation, and the CSIR has been contracted by DSI to manage and host the Mandela Mining Precinct on their behalf, and the Minerals Council is managing it on behalf of the industry. So it is actually a co-hosting arrangement between the government and the industry through the CSIR and the Minerals Council.
For mining news as it breaks, stay logged on to miningweekly.com and register for our free daily newsletter.